So this is our math. Let's review part 8, factoring polynomials, specifically finding the GCF. So this video is actually dedicated to one of my friends, Brian, who is planning to take the LET exam anytime soon. So here we factor each expression by finding the GCF. So what we will be doing is we get the greatest common factor. So what is common in each of the two terms? So x is common. So we take out x as the common factor. So xy divided by x is y minus xz minus divided by x is z. So our factor for xy minus xz is x times the quantity y minus z. So moving on to the next number, we have 9x squared minus 3x. So what is common between 9 and 3? So we start first with the numerical coefficient. So 3 is common. How about the literal coefficients? We have x squared and x. Uh, when you are going to get the common factor, you get the variable with the least exponent. So that will be x. And the other factor will be we divide the each of the terms in the given with our common factor. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and x squared divided by x is x, and minus 3x divided by 3x is 1. So we have the common factor 3x times 3, x minus 1. Okay, so we have the last number for the slide, 21b minus 15a. So the letters are different, the letter coefficient are different, but can we find the common factor between 21 and 15? Yes, and that is 3. So 3 is the common factor. So 21b divided by 3 is 7b, and minus 15a divided by 3 is 5a. So our common factor will be 3 times 7b minus 5a. Fourth number. So we go back. I'll use again a red for my pen. Let's see if there's okay. So we now find the greatest common factor of 27y cubed and 18y squared. So we start with the numerical coefficient 27 and 18. So that would be 9. So 9 is the common factor. And for y cubed and y squared, that would be y squared, because that is the um, coefficient with the least exponent. So 97y cubed, divide it by the common factor 9y squared. So 27 divided by 9 is 3, and y cubed divided by y squared is y, plus 18 divided by 9 is 2, and y squared divided by y squared is simply 1. So our common factor would be 9y squared times the quantity 3y plus 2. Okay, so number 5 would be 12x squared minus 16x. So we start with the um, numerical coefficient. That would be common factor of 12 and 16 is 4. And x squared and x, so we have an x here. And we divide the terms in each of the factor. That would be Uh, 12x squared divided by 4x is 3x minus 16x divided by 4x is 4. So our common factor for 12x squared minus 16x is 4x times the quantity 3x minus 4. Moving on to the last number, we have 28x to the fifth minus 7x squared. The common factor between 28 and 7 is 7, and the common factor between x to the fifth and x squared is x squared. And the other factor will be dividing each of the term in the given by 7x squared. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. And x to the fifth divided by x squared is x cubed minus 7x squared divided by 7x squared, that would be 1. So the factor of 28x to the fifth minus 7x squared would be 7x squared times the quantity 4x cubed minus 1. Okay, number 7. So the given is 2x squared minus 7 minus 2xy. So look at the numerical coefficient. We have 2 and 2, so that would be common. For the x, we have the least exponent is 1, so that would be x. And we have y in both terms, so we will include y as the common factor. So we start dividing. 2 divided by 2 is 1, x squared divided by x is x, and y divided by y is 1. Copy the operation. 2xy divided by 2xy is 1. So the factors of 2x squared y minus 2xy are 2xy times the binomial x minus y. Next, number 8. Our given is 8m cubed plus 16m squared n. So the common factor between the numerical coefficient 8 and 16 is 8. And for the m, the least exponent, which serve as our common factor, will be 2 for m. And there's no n in the first term, so n cannot be considered a common factor. So we now divide. 8 divided by 8 is 1. M cubed divided by m squared is m. We simply subtract the exponent. 3 minus 2, that's 1. So we don't need to write the exponent 1. So it's an invisible number for the exponent and also for the numerical coefficient. So we don't need to write it. Plus, copy the operation. 16 divided by 8 is 2, and m squared divided by m squared is 1, and copy the n. So the factors of 8m cubed plus 16m squared n are 8m squared times the quantity m plus 2n. Okay, so we will have the last number 9 in this slide. So I'll be writing it below because I don't have space. So we have 4b cubed plus 2b squared plus 8b. Our common factor will be 2. And for the literal coefficient, the smallest exponent of b is 1. So that will be our common factor. And so we are going to divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2. B cubed divided by b is b squared plus 2b squared divided by 2b is b plus 8b divided by 8 divided by 2b is 4. So the common the factors of 4b cubed plus 2b squared plus 8b are 2b times the trinomial 2b squared plus b plus 4. Okay, So we have given x times x plus 2 plus 7 times x plus 2. So there are two terms, 1, 2. And looking at the two terms, we can see that x plus 2 is actually the common factor. So we write it once because that is our common factor, x plus 2. And we multiply it with the remaining factors of each of the given terms. So we copy x and 7. So the factors of x times x plus 2 plus 7 times x plus 2 are x plus 2 times x plus 2. The second um, given is 2x times x plus 4 minus 3 times x plus 4. So again, there are two terms, and we have x plus 4 as the common term, and we write it once, x plus 4, and we multiply it with the remaining factors of each term. So we copy 2x minus 3. So the minus there will be the operation before 3, so we copy it. So the factors of 2x times x plus 4 minus 3 times x plus 4 are x plus 4 times 2x minus 3. Number 12 is 4x times x minus 3 minus 2 times x minus 3. So looking at the two terms, erase first. Okay, so we have the first term and the second term. We can see that x minus 3y is the common term. So we will be writing it uh, once, x minus 3y minus, uh, so we enclose it in parentheses, x minus 3y. So we don't have an operation there because we are factoring. So multiplied by, um, we write 4x minus 2. So the common factor of 4 times x minus 3y minus 2 times x minus 3y are x minus 3y times 4x minus 2. Number 13, we have 5a times the quantity 2a minus 3b plus 6 times the quantity 2a minus 3b. So our common factor, looking at the given, that would be 2a minus 3b and 2a minus 3b. So we have 2a minus 3b, we write it once, and multiply it with the remaining terms in each of the remaining factors of each of the given term. So we have 5a plus 6. So we have now the common factors of 5a times 2a minus 3b plus 6 times 2a minus 3b is 2a minus 3b times 5a plus 6. Number 14. So in number 14, we have 3n plus 1 times 4n plus 1 plus n plus 2 times 4n plus 1. So we just have to highlight Let me see. Highlight the there. I think it's better to do the highlighting. So for n plus 1 is the common factor. So we write it once. Multiplied by the 3n plus 1. So it's a bit long because the remaining factors, the remaining factors of each terms are binomial. So we have n plus 2. Since we can still combine some terms when we take out the parentheses in the second factor, so we'll have to simplify some more. So we copy the first factor, and we have 3n plus n is 4n, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So the factors of 3n plus 1 times 4n plus 1 plus n plus 2 times 4n plus 1 are 4n plus 1 times 4n plus 3. So we moved on to number 15. Since we don't have space there, so we'll be writing it down below. So our given, we have 2x plus 5 times x minus 4 and x minus 4 times 5x plus 2. So our common factor is x minus 4. Now, just have to highlight it, right? It's better to highlight. Okay. So we'll be highlighting x minus 4 and x minus 4. Okay, so we write x minus 4 once, multiplied by, so since we have binomials, then we'll be using um, the bracket. So 2x plus 5 minus 5x plus 2. So x minus 4, and then we have 2x. We have to take out first the parentheses. This is very critical when you are solving, especially when it involves minus sign, because it will affect the operation of the terms inside the parentheses after that. So we'll have to better to rewrite it first as without the parentheses, so 2x plus 5 minus 5x. So the signs inside the parentheses will change to its opposite. So instead of plus x or positive x, it will become minus x, and the plus 2 will become minus 2. So we can now combine terms that are like. So our first term, first factor, will have to copy. And we have 2x minus 5x is minus 3x. 5 minus 2 is 3. So we have now x minus 4 times negative 3x plus 3. So this is Mathlet Review Part 8, Factoring Polynomials, specifically finding the GCF. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon for notifications so that you'll be updated with new videos on my channel. So thank you so much and have a good day.